Hey, welcome back. Previously in video 3 of class 1, we learned more code examples, building your knowledge on variables, basic syntax, mathematical operations, conditional statements, iteration of a range, and functions to perform repetitive tasks. Today in video 4 of class 1, we're going to go over more code examples in Jupyter Notebooks and watch till the end of the video to test what you learned with our multiple choice exam. If you don't have Jupyter Notebooks on your machine, click the blue professor next to TWTC and pick the video called How to Install Anaconda. It's free and comes with Jupyter Notebooks. Learning Python is your goal to get that coveted 100K job, then I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel right now because I post videos just like these, if not even better, every single week here on the channel. And if you're not subscribed, YouTube won't show you them, so you might miss out. Hit that subscribe button right now. It's completely free and you can always change your mind. Now let's get back into class 1. So in this next example, we have y equals 5, y equals 2.5, and we're going to do 5 times y, which is z. So we're basically saying do this mathematical operation. So 12.5. So we can always do things like this, which is divide. So x is 5 divided by 2.5, and then say run. So that's 2. And notice that 2.5 and 2.5 divided is exactly 2. Let's do plus. Took me a while to find the plus sign. And let's run that. 7.5, that works. And let's try some other things. Plus x again. And then say that. So that's 5 and 5 plus 2.5, 12.5. And you get the picture. So you can just, we know that's 12.5. And we can do mix and match. You can actually do like that too. 12.5 divided by 3, run. And notice because these are floats, it'll have the numbers of digits. So it'll come after. We can also do divide by y. So you can play around with this and get a feel for, what the different options you can and cannot do using parentheses and getting the parentheses in the right spots. So that's just a few examples. Let's try another example. Back to the PowerPoint slide. I just pasted in the age equals 20 if age, which is 20, is greater or equal to 18, which it is, colon. This is true, so it's going to print you are old enough to vote. And sure enough, it did that. So let's do 17. You are not old enough to vote yet. And you notice the equal sign. So if you did print 18, because it says equal, you are old enough to vote, because it's true. But if we didn't have the equal sign and we said run, it's going to say you are not old enough to vote because there was no equal sign. And if you put the equal sign before, it's going to give you an error. The reason I wanted to show this is you have to have the greater than or less than first, and then the equal sign second. That's just the format, and Python's really strict on formatting, so we always put the equal sign after the greater than. So go that and it comes back.
So let's say 40 and go run. And you're old enough to vote if you're 40. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. For I in range 5, which is a whole number, and then colon always after a for loop, after a for I in range. Whenever you use the for, you always have to end in a colon. And then it says print I. And what I said before, even it's asking for 5, but the computer always starts counting at 0. So it did it correctly. There's 0, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values here, which are whole numbers. These aren't floats. And it's printing them correctly. And this is good because whenever you have a list, the index works this way. Index always starts at 0 also. So it's just good to note. And we'll take the last example, which is def greet name colon print hello open paren, and you notice there's a space here. So whatever will be printed, it should say hello, and then there'll be a space and then the name. So let's try that. So nothing happened. So the kernel has quit on us. I'm going to say okay, and I'm going to see if I can't move my picture, and you'll notice just above here there's a little kernel, and that little kernel is black. So we want to go into here and basically re-click on it. So you say restart or reconnect, and that takes a second, and then the kernel has to be like a little donut. It can't be black. Let's do run again, and there we go. So greet name print hello. So it's printing hello, and then it put a space because you see the space here between the quote, and then the name is going to be right after the quote, which here's the name. And then this, now let's play around with this a little bit. Hello, my friend. And then after we're going to put space, and then we're going to put like that. So now let's try it. Hello, my friend John, explanation. So play around with these and get some experience. You're writing programs at this point, which is good. And you should be comfortable in Jupyter Notebooks. So this will interrupt the kernel if you hit stop. And then it'll say interrupted kernel. And then if you want to start again, you can go to a section and you can go back and hit run. And then it'll rerun that section. Notice the kernel is open. So there's not any issues with the kernel at this time. So let's go to this one and let's change it back to how we had it previously. Let's just go hello. And remove the explanation, just one explanation point. And then see the kernel's like that, so that means it's trusted, it's working. So if you hit run, it should rerun it and do what we're telling it to do. So we said print hello with a space, and then the name, and then an explanation point with no space. So that concludes code examples. Play around with those. And the next step is to go and look for the multiple choice questions.
Thanks for watching today. Did you know the average salary of a Python developer is over $100,000 in the United States and is increasing every single year? Please post in the comments why you want to learn Python. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to try out our training website, which has 12 curated classes that will progressively build your Python programming skills, click the 12-week training challenge website below the video here. We also have a free 14-day trial for beginners serious about learning Python. Also available for free are Class 1 slides and Class 1 multiple choice questions to test yourself after finishing Class 1. Look for the blue subscribe button at the bottom of the web page before downloading. If you want to make sure you keep getting videos we post every single week, click on the blue teacher on the left so the YouTube algorithm will recommend them to you. To continue watching the next video in this series, please click the links just below. Also below the video are my recommended hardware essentials for serious Python developers. Please note, as an Amazon associate, I earn qualifying purchases, which help support the channel. Keep in touch, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Love you all.